Yeah, I am enjoying it because, especially I hadn't got into the Twitter thing until just recently. I've had a Twitter account, but my wife set it up because she got mad because somebody stole Jim Cornette at Jim Cornette. It was a fake guy.
Don't that piss you off?
And well, and she says, "Hey, I'm going to call Twitter." So she calls or she writes Twitter or whatever, and they said, "Well, if you can prove that this person is not," and she said, why do I have to prove that my husband is my husband when this motherfucker didn't have to prove that he was him to get the account, right? So she
Right.
put at the Jim Cornette. And I don't know how to use these smartphones. So every once in a while we're riding in the car and she'd say, well, so-and-so said such and such. And I said, well, Twitter back this. And so it was like a dictation thing. And then finally she put a thing on my computer. She said, here, click this if you want a Twitter, because she got tired of me.
Yeah.
And so now I'm doing it. I'm having fun with it. It's great interaction with the fans. And so I'm doing the Twitter thing. And with the podcast, we're having fun with it because it's a way to talk to your fans and to get the word out about things that you're doing and just get your opinions out there. And I'm gratified that people enjoy it. And I get great feedback. It's funny or it's thought provoking or whatever, much like I'm sure, you do. And also at this point in our lives, I may not be quite as successful as you are. My movies aren't coming out, every fucking week like Stone Cold's are. But at the same time, I can sit here at the Castle Cornette on the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky, and broadcast my wisdom to the world. So how can you beat that, especially for a egotistical son of a bitch like I am?
I started my Twitter account a couple years ago, and I remember, I guess I was living out in Los Angeles, and I remember when Twitter first came out, and I started reading about it as a social media thing. And when to send a message, it is called a tweet. And I always thought to myself, man, fuck that. I'm going to send a tweet. I'm kind of like, figure myself one of those macho motherfuckers. I'm not going to send no fucking tweet. So anyway, a couple of years went by and I said, you know what? I don't hardly do anything out there in Los Angeles. I live out there because, I can take a meeting. It's pretty handy and I love the goddamn weather. So anyway, it ain't like I got to live in LA, but since I am out there, I don't do fuck all. I don't go try to get my picture taken by TMZ and say I'm going to be here and all that other bullshit. But I need some way to maintain some type of communication with my fan base. And so I started mine a couple years ago and I fallen in love with it.